Okay, so here we are. Will is going to show us what a tank looks like. And Will, thanks for the tour.
Here's the Oasis tank.
Okay, I should probably stand out here so you can see the tank a little bit better, maybe.
If I could.
Yeah, go right ahead. So go ahead and tell us about what we're looking at here.
Okay. You want to tell about it? You want me to? I mean, it's an 8 by this one 8x4 it looks like. Our other tank is 8x5, and right here we have a tank with 10 inches of water in it, sitting at a temperature of 93.6 degrees, which is the same temperature of our exterior skin. But the difference about this water is that we put 850 to 1,000 pounds of Epsom salt in this water. So we already know how good Epsom salt baths are.
You said how much?
850 to 1,000 pounds. Now imagine comparing that to only an Epsom salt bath with 1 to 2 cups in it. You know, there's a huge difference. The potency is a 1-to-1 ratio water to salt. It's ridiculous how much benefit you're getting from an Epsom salt soak bath itself. And on top of it, obviously, it's a tank. It's got soundproof. Pardon me. It's soundproof, and when you close it, it's completely pitch dark. And what this does is it deprives you of your senses, and that's why it's called a sensory deprivation chamber. And right now, you know, you're recording me, and I'm talking to you, but I have all these distractions. You know, there's data being picked up through our subconscious and our 5 senses. Derek, I can see him, there's shades, there's lights, I can hear music behind there in the lobby room. You know, all these things are being picked up and by our subconscious once again. But in here, it's all ridded of, and there are no distractions, so all we have is mind. And that tricks us into basically getting into the theta state. And getting into the theta state is that state of mind that we're at just before falling asleep and being awake. It's the lucid state, and you're just starting to dream. And this gets you there effortlessly. And also, being in that theta state, it also kind of tricks your body into going into REM sleep. And so that's why I feel a more experienced float. An hour of that, which is a more of a famous quote, is an hour of floating is equal to practically 8 hours of REM sleep. And we've had people even come out there and say, man, I feel like I had a full night's round of sleep.
So you had said earlier that you can pump oxygen into the tank, not this one, but the other one that you have.
Yes.
Does that come out of oxygen tanks then, or
we have what's called an oxygen concentrator. And what it'll do is it will suck the oxygen out of the air, concentrate it into pure oxygen, and pump it in.
So you don't have to bring in bottles of oxygen or anything like that. So, oh, interesting.
Nice and easy.
Yep. Simple.
Now, what about the filtration system? How does that work?
How it works is it's actually pretty awesome. First of all, the Epsom salts in and of themselves are salt. They are going to kill, I think it's like 98% of everything. Furthermore,
hopefully not the participant.
Yeah, with any luck. Furthermore, we put hydrogen peroxide is in the water as opposed to chlorine. Hydrogen peroxide has a very similar effect of chlorine. It kills everything, all bacteria, all everything. The thing is hydrogen peroxide, the reason they don't use it, it's not as harmful though as chlorine. And the reason they don't use it in pools is you have to use a lot of it to the ratio, to how much water you're using. So in a 50,000 gallon pool, it's not feasible. But in an 80 to 100 gallon tank of water, it's totally reasonable. So that makes it much, much easier. The 4 types of filters that we have on here, so we have a UV ray, a mechanical filter, the chemical filter, which is a hydrogen peroxide, and an ozonator. The tank is pumped thoroughly 3 times, completely 3 times before each person. So it filters all the water once, twice, 3 times, and you're good to go.
So it's pulling the Epsom salts through there too.
The Epsom salt's already in there.
But I mean, through the filter, do they go through the filter? Okay. So can you show me where the filter system is?
It's not the prettiest.
This is what salt does to your things, so don't try this at home. Salt.
Okay, so it's just pulling the water out of the tank through that hose over here.
Yep.
Coming through, and then it's pumped through the filters and then back in again.
Yes, sir.
And that you say you do that. It's a full filtration 3 times before in between everybody's session. Okay.
Yeah. All right, and I think this guy's ready.
Okay.